This is what $80,000 in upgrades looks like on a Jeep Rubicon. The paint on this thing is crazy. $10,000 Dupont Kevlar Paint in Gobi Tan. It's got an amazing texture to it. $10K job for this thing. Everything's covered in it, including the front grille. There's some accents with the grille inserts over here. It is a beautiful looking paint. Moving on to the front bumper, DV8 stubby bumper, light bar built in, $1,000 for the bumper before install. Then we have the Winch, which is a Smitty built X20 10,000 pound capacity waterproof winch, which runs about $650 for that. Then we have this custom hood, which has these vents in the front for extra cooling, and it gives it an aggressive look. Huge bulge in the center of the hood with vents on the side. And then we got this awesome 3D Rubicon cutout on the side of the hood, which acts as a vent. I've never seen this hood before. Runs about $1,500 before tax and install. Moving to the side of the Jeep, we have the Fender flares, Gen Right Off-Road. I'm a huge fan of this company because they make solid aluminum products. Aluminum, to me, is the carbon fiber of the Jeep world. It's the one way you could keep your Jeep light while packing on a lot of products. So instead of steel, they are aluminum, and I love that. Narrow tube style fenders in the front, 4-inch wide fenders in the back, 850, 850, 1700 total between the front and the rear before tax and install. Moving on to the fender liners, Evo Manufacturing ventilated fender liners, and those run about $310 before tax and install. Rock lights built in under the wheel wells, which are about $550 from GG Lighting. Artec Industries A-pillar dual LED cube mounts on here with the Rigid Industries D-Series Pro Cube LED lights. The Artec brackets run about $130, while the cubes for 4 of them runs about $820. Mickey Thompson Baja Boss 40 by 13.5 R17 Black Rhino beadlock wheels, 17 inches. These wheels and tires are the culprit behind making this Jeep look freaking massive. The tires run for about $2 grand for a set of 5. The wheels go for about $2,500, and then behind these wheels and tires, we have the Bear 6-pot brake system that runs for about $2,600, and this thing stops on a dime. Rock Slide Engineering running boards / rock sliders. These things are awesome. You pop your door open, they slide open, and if you're not careful, they stab you in the shins. It's awesome. These things run about $2,300. There's a switch inside to disable them when you're off-roading, so it doesn't open and close in the mud and it gets stuck or gets debris inside of it. You could bang the hell out of these things, and it doubles down as a retractable step. Really cool. $2,300 before tax and install. Catskin's full leather interior, about $1,500. Makes the interior a little bit nicer. Very beautiful. I'm only 6'2", so I had to climb this thing to see what's under the hood. So first and foremost, this is a 3.0. What? No. I say a different height in all my videos. So first and foremost, this is a 3.0 turbo diesel. Drives very differently than my 392, but it's got gobs of low-end torque, so you have to shift it manually and you have to pop your shifts a little bit early. If you're in the right power band, this thing is so freaking fun to drive. So let's get into what's done under the hood. AFE cold air intake, Momentum GT, $500 before install. Looks good, it sounds good, adds a little character to the engine in speed and sound. Amplifies those vacuum-like sounds that you get from the turbo diesel. Actually sounds really good. $500 before install. Then we have the AFE 3-inch Blade Runner charge pipes. Hot cold charge pipes made of aluminum. $570 before install. Again, adds a lot of character to the engine and your drive. And the tune on this thing is a Banks Power Derringer with an iDash controller, so you can adjust your tune from the cabin. It looks really dope. You see your boost levels, your RPM range. It's really cool. The Banks Power tuner runs about $900 before install. Now the throttle controller is by Pedal Commander. Pedal Commander just makes your throttle more sensitive or less sensitive. It's just a preference of how you drive your vehicle. It's like having the sport button on a normal car. You press the sport button, your throttle responds fast. That's about all it does. But some people detune the throttle so they get less throttle response for better gas mileage. So that Pedal Commander runs about $300. It's easy to install. You can do it yourself. And then we have the settings tuner by Z Automotive. Z Automotive makes a product called the Taser Mini, and almost every single Jeep on the market should have a Taser Mini in it. It helps you adjust all types of settings in the vehicle. Uconnect settings, vehicle settings, does all types of custom work. You're gonna need a programmer if you adjust your tire size regardless, so might as well go with the Taser Mini. It's a great product. Click the link in the description and you can pick one of those up. Moving to the back of the Jeep, we have a spare tire delete kit by Motobuilt with the light. This runs about $130. And then we have the Gen Right off-road rear bumper. Again, Gen Right, so it's made of aluminum, which means it's lightweight for as big and as heavy duty as it is. So this is the way you save weight on a Jeep. You go with aluminum parts, but they're pricey. $1,400 for this bumper from Gen Right off-road, but all worth it. All right, now for the madness, that's the undercarriage of this Jeep. The suspension, the steering stuff, PSC cylinder steering assist. This bad boy helps you move these big old 40-inch wheels and tires around. It helps you steer. It's a great addition to any Jeep with any wheels 37 or above. That runs about $2,600 before tax and install. Now for the 2.5-ton steering from RPM, made of full aluminum, 2 inches thick. The drag link runs about $500 and the tie rod another $550. And then we have the sway bar end links, again made of aluminum from RPM. These are the ultimate Rubicon RPM sway bar end links. These run for about $280 before tax and install. And the front axle is fully reinforced by R-Tech, so it can handle these tires and these wheels and all the extras that are added to this vehicle. The R-Tech reinforcements run about $1,300 before tax and install, so the cost of it's $1,300 in parts, but you have a lot of labor and a lot of work to apply to that front axle before it's done. Besides the reinforcements on the axle, it's actually upgraded with RCV CV joints. That's these big orange balls on the corners that you see over here. These RCV upgraded joints on the Rubicon run for about $1,900 before tax and install. And on top of that, we have the front drive shaft. The front drive shaft is also upgraded to a real drive shaft to handle that load and to handle that extra pinion angle from lifting the Jeep. The real drive shaft runs about $800 before tax and install. And then on the back, we have the Rock Jock anti-rock aluminum sway bar end links. These things look beautiful and they do an amazing job holding the back end of the Jeep together. It's run for about $750 before tax and install. And to wrap it up, the absolute insanity, that is the Evo Manufacturing double throwdown coilover bypass HC long arm Pro Plus lift kit. This thing runs for about $13,000 before tax and install. This is a very intuitive lift kit. It includes so many components, so drastically modifies the Jeep. It upgrades the Rubicon to a long arm system, and that upgrade really helps you flex like there's no tomorrow. The amount of travel you could get and how much you could stuff these wheels is absolutely insane. The entire Evo Manufacturing double throwdown kit is $13,000, and these are some of the components that it includes. Front and rear Evo spec 2.5-inch thick remote reservoir coilovers built by King Shock Technologies, and they've made this specifically for the Evo Manufacturing double throwdown kit. And then we have the front Evo spec 2.5-inch bypass shock built by King Shock Technologies, front and rear sway bar end links, front upper and lower adjustable Evo long arms, rear upper and lower adjustable enforcer control arms, front and rear adjustable HD track bars, rear track bar relocation bracket, and the JT rear axle swap kit. This kit is massive. The Evo Manufacturing double throwdown kit is one of the most ready to go turnkey long arm kits that you could get for your Jeep Rubicon. If you like this build, let us know what you think. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, press all the buttons. Dave Studio Motors, we are out.